flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Herbert on first down now. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Back to throw here, Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Herbert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. This pass finds its way to Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He was brought down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Eckler, of course, the Chargers' #1 running back this year, now that Melvin Gordon is on the opposite sideline with the Broncos. But even with those two backs, the Chargers 28th in the NFL in rushing in 2019. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A gain of
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7.
2nd and 1.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up third.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. First and goal from just inside the 5. Toss play to Jackson. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Kelly, they try to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Badgley able to knock this one through.
Makes the score.
So after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Cyrus Jones on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Intercepted by the Charger.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football. And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter.
Makes the score, Chargers 10, Broncos nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Fromm. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
10. Broncos nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw from. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Then he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. Here's Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
39-yard line.
Here's Fromm to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Fromm's pass.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Herbert. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
Herbert's pass.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
The Chargers first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Ball carrier.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
1st and 10.
Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
To Austin Eckler.
Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still. And
now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
The ball carrier.
Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touch.
Entering, screen, resume. Entering, cancel pop-up. Entering, cancel pop-up, wait. Entering, cancel pop-up, waiting for your
over the
enter, resume online game, cancel.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
And it's 3rd down.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The score, Chargers.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score, Chargers 27, Broncos nothing. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
For Melvin Gordon, he's certainly up for this one. He's going to get a chance at least twice a year to take on his former teammates, as he spent 5 years in a Charger uniform, but now he'll be doing his work against his old mates. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 46-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So a poor return exacerbated by a holding call makes this 1st and 10 back inside their own 5. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down, as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Austin Eckler. It's now
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Boy, Keenan Allen couldn't pull that one in. And that'll make it 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. KJ Hamler returning it. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Now Locke on the slant, completes to Sutton.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
That throw into the arms of Allen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Herbert. That one complete to Joe Reed.
Herbert's pass.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First and goal.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Carrier.
Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we... And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy. His 6th touchdown of the season, and the Broncos cut into that lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
16 yards.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Locke working out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Chargers 1st down.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw it is Locke. Flushed out right. He completes this to Sutton. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
That's the end.
Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Locke. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. This pass finds its way to Williams. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, 82 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
41, Broncos 9. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll fire one downfield for Fant, and nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Escaping the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me,
here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
40-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he's got this down to the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down, Chargers.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. We know that the rookie's going to go to a top target like that often. That time, though, maybe a little telegraphed.
And that's not unusual because you do tend to lock in on one of your better players, and when under duress, when in doubt, you're going to throw the ball in his direction because oftentimes you could be wrong, but that receiver will make you right. But it won't happen every time. Good defenders know this, and they get attracted to the football.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Throwing again. Lock. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
41-yard line.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throw over the middle, taken in. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. It's complete. What a catch at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down. Now Locke again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like.
And now here is another interception. Desmond King picks it. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10.
It's sad they pay me. I'll do this for
and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Broncos 15. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points